dams, more unsustainable water systems, and the more water's pumped, I mean, the water's just gonna become undrinkable. The pipes in all the houses need to be copper, iron, different sustainable metals that don't rust, and metals that are actually good for the body. And uh, so, you know, the metals in the houses, the plastic pipes in the houses, after so many years, it's designed for for sickness to come from undrinkable water, unsanitary uh, ways of housing and building of material that isn't sustainable. Needs to be copper, iron, wood. Uh, and we got these heavy brick buildings. I mean, there has to be river systems connected, or the land's gonna literally start caving in on itself. They're taking a bunch of moisture, and then it's too much on the land, and then they're taking out so much water. There's parasites coming up from the ground, and we need plants. I mean, these bugs belong deep in the ground to create movement for plants, just like birds create movement in the sky. All animals are needed. People think that they could just poison animals, poison bugs, and nothing's gonna happen. But they create movement for nature needed for plants to grow. And there's just not a good understanding about a lot of this stuff. But we're just gonna go over undrinkable water, and we need to create better water systems. I mean, it is what it is. And the rivers are naturally filtered when taken care of, when the dams properly are flowing. The dams aren't built and blocking the river flow, water flow. So all this different kind of stuff taken account. I mean, a lot of stuff has to be fixed. I'm able to break it down and lay it all out so people aren't confused. So if you want to support, just like, share, subscribe, Cash App, do. It'd be appreciated. So let's continue this video.
I have a jar right here. This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed. The only difference between the clean water and this was that data center. I have another one as well. So this wasn't just one well. These wasn't just one family's situation. This is what the drinking water now looks like next to that data center. The administration's been issuing executive orders to fast track data center construction when we know that water quality is encountering major issues. I have a jar right here. This is the current.
There's a better video than that. That was a short video. I think this one plays.
I have a jar right here. This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed. The only difference between the clean water and this was that data center. I have another one as well. So this wasn't just one well. These wasn't just one family's situation. This is what the drinking water now looks like next to that data center. And I think both of us can agree that neither one of these things are drinkable. These families now have to ship, in a rural area, have to ship water to their house in order to cook and bathe themselves. Now, I'm curious if the EPA plans any investigations on how data centers are affecting water quality and availability. I understand what you said about the rule, but are there going to be any open investigations on this issue?
So as soon as I get back to the office, I will be looking into exactly what you just talked about, because anywhere Whatever type of construction it is a priority to ensure that water quality standards established by EPA are being met. And so we'll be looking into that certainly.
Thank you. I sincerely appreciate that because I think this is of utmost importance and we're seeing this happening across the country. I'd also like to ask about the administration's push to build more data centers by fast tracking construction. Because the administration's been issuing executive orders to fast track data center construction when we know that water quality is encountering major issues. Are there any mandates for data centers to do water quality testing prior to construction?
Of like coming from a public water supply, drinking water supply sampling?
Wells, yeah.
I'm not aware of anything like that. However, it doesn't mean it. I'm just not aware of it. Might exist,
Yes,
but I'm not.
of course. I think it's important that you as an agency official, we have to make sure we're doing these investigations. And then us on a congressional level, I'd like to note that I think it's of utmost importance that we also launch congressional investigations into this matter as well, so that we can partner with the EPA and ensure that the drinking water for this country continues to be safe and accessible for the American people. So thank you, Administrator. Thank you. I have a jar right here.
And we're gonna go to a different video. Not a lot of people really know what's going on here, so like, share, subscribe. It's a bunch of confusion. Here's a video I wanted to show. This lady that lives near a data center, her water is barely running, and if it does run, it's not even clean drinking water. So just look, this was a year ago, 400 yards from a Mark Zuckerberg massive data center. That's what the title of this is. And I searched up water preservation near Georgia data center. So here we go.
I heard a lot of good things about Ford. A lot of Ford graduates, when they left here, they were actually doing good in the field. So I wanted to come here. Thank you.
This is cold water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow, and that's just from the water coming out of your faucet.
Yeah. And this is what's in all the pipes.
Look at that. That's rust. That is not clean drinking water. And what are they doing to our environment, yo? We need to have copper pipes in houses. We need sustainable material. This really isn't cool how they treat humanity, yo.
Just the well itself is probably 20,000, and that's not counting any of the
all the replacement of the fixtures and faucets.
The government's putting all working citizens on clean drinking water, getting miseducated. I mean, a lot of this stuff has to be pieced together. We need clean drinking water, clean medicine, clean food. And when people want to start thinking about creating this stuff, here they go with war and viruses. It's like they don't want opportunity for anybody. So people have to stand together, stand for truth, create real plant farms, plant solutions, plugging people's fertilization back into farms, back into plants. I mean, they're literally plugging our fertilization into bugs, parasites, all kind of stuff. Everyone needs to have their own gardens in their yards, every yard producing. Everyone can have their own yard producing stuff with activities. It'd be like a 24/7 festival. People going house to house, trying people's stuff. Have all the plants available. I mean, they talk about no jobs, going to war, no water, no food, when they're the one government's creating it. This plant has plenty of food, plenty of water, and here they are mining all the water, poisoning all the food, trying to destroy everything. We all deserve to have fun on the planet. Well, here we go, y'all. Resume this video. Look at she has it on full blast, and look how much water is coming out of the thing. They are mining all this moisture out of the earth. This not only affects our water system, it affects our body. We're connected to nature, y'all. And they're doing all this stuff to nature, weakening our immune system. I mean, we need real medicine, real food, real water, and let's resume this video. Everyone deserves real medicine, real food, real water, and this is a fact.
Toilets and the lines that come underneath the house, it's overwhelming.
That's just facts, yo.
You really feel like you are up against this huge wall.
See, they just want us all getting bullied, not able to explain what's really going on, and here I am explaining it. So, like, share, subscribe. You know, she's scared to even talk about it. You know, I mean, but she knows this stuff has to be known about. I mean, who's gonna create real water systems? I mean, based on these videos I've created, y'all gotta create some stuff. Real medicine, real food, real water. I mean, people are literally confused and can't even stand up to these bullies. Bullying the land, bullying the masses. And it's not cool. We all need to learn to value each other, value other nations, value other nations' waters, value other nations' food, value other nations' people, lands, animals, ways of community, ways of activity, ways of gather. And they're just trying to destroy nature, throw it all away, mine nature, throw all the buildings away, throw all the nature away, plug us into AI, plug us into bugs, plug us into false preservatives and chemicals. I mean, these guys literally don't deserve to be managing humanity and taxes. That's what they plan on doing with all of us by 2030. And this isn't cool. Yeah, let's resume this video.
That you can't
Talking
penetrate.
water.
There's nothing that you can do, and they don't care.
Oh.
I'm here in Mansfield, Georgia, driving by Meta's new 2 million square foot data center facility. Facilities like this are being used to power things like ChatGPT and other AI tools that are becoming integrated into our daily life.
Data centers going to be very hot.
And let me show you what a data center really is. They say you're going to own nothing and be happy. All of these preservatives, chemicals, micrometals affect our awareness, memory, consciousness, and the 5G symptoms are the same symptoms as cold and flu. And all different kind of aspects. 5G, micrometals, connected to micrometals, food and water connected to chemicals and preservatives, and then chemtrails being sprayed micrometals, microparasites by these false government, weakening the masses whenever we awaken and want to build real stuff. So yeah, look, we all have to stand as one, and it is what it is. Here goes Wally movie agenda.
Like having all morning, so let's go over to the driving range and hit a few virtual balls in space.
Nah, we did that yesterday. I don't want to do that.
Well, then what do you want to do?
I don't know. Something.
Make a place scream.
If you can't fold the straws, you have to do something good.
Hot.
Hello? Can't hear you.
This is the data centers. This is the data centers right here. What do these micrometals do? It literally there are micrometals in our veins causing blood clots. And look, where people are just on floating chairs, we have to piece this stuff together. Undrinkable drinking water. They're literally trying to make everyone sick by 2030, plugged into Wally centers, plugged into false preservatives, plugged into bugs. They don't deserve humanity. They've been doing this since 1492. Mining lands, raping lands, vaccinating lands, and the government doesn't deserve taxes. Yeah. I'm also gonna go over other stuff too. Talk about the water. This is gonna be John Smith talks about the water, and we're gonna talk about other stuff too after this. But this is John Smith talking on the water right now. It really isn't cool what they're doing to the water supply, food supply, and these guys are supposed to be, all powerful. These governments, they're literally just poisoning people. They're idiots, quickest souls to ever perish. They're literally dragging people into their karma, plugging all humanity into parasites, chemicals, and preservatives.
Your day is very important.
And our souls are literally getting intertwined with gates, plugging it into all this false stuff. And I'm trying to say, hey, let's get plugged into nature. Let's get plugged into nature. Let's stop having our souls intertwined with gates. But it's all a joke. This is not cool. This is the future that they want. Look, in the Wally movie, the only thing with the consciousness left was a robot, a worker robot.
A for Axiom, your home sweet home. B is for by and large.
It looked like it's some box loader warehouse worker robot. Look at that. This is a joke. Yeah, I'm gonna go over something else too. Yeah, here's just an example of a river system. There are a lot more rivers. I can't really find a picture of it. I have it on an old video. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. But yeah, back in the day, there were way more rivers than roads. Here's another example too. Look how the water is poisoned. They move people around. Unsustainable ways. Check that video too out. Here we're going to drones. And then we're gonna just show the river system map, and I'm gonna finish the video off here. Here, where is it? Here. Here's the map I wanted to show. You see all those lines? Those are all rivers and different stuff. Here's another example too. Those are all rivers. And then here's today. There's like a couple roads, a couple rivers, not a lot. So based off of what I said, you can just see before and after how what I'm saying it's not false. But yeah, that's it for the video. John Smooth. Well, I got another example here. I'm gonna show one more picture and it'll be it for the video. Another example right here. Mining and look, dams, oil rigs. And this was causing bugs to rise up. No moisture in the ground. Here's a before and after. Truth on climate change. You see how the river's so nice and after it's literally all dirt and rubble? With look, cities and cars and crap. The land has to be fixed. But yeah, it's John Smooth. I'm out. Peace.